Okay, AK, I'm live. You can share the link now. Good morning, guys. How are we doing? Good morning, everyone. How are you guys doing? Drop something on the screen if you can see me. If you can see me and you can hear me, drop a comment. Let me know. Let me be sure we are good to go. There's a lot to teach today, and I'm very hopeful that you learn a lot. Yeah, good morning. I can see you guys. Alamin, welcome. Good morning. Good morning, Makinde Ogunle. Good to see you. Revival Channel, good to see you. You're welcome. You are welcome. There's a lot to discuss today, and there's a lot to say. So just give maybe 5 minutes thereabout so that we get everyone to join before we kick off. We started off maybe about 10 minutes late, but I'm very hopeful that by 12 o'clock we'll be done with today's session. But maybe with less questions because I have a lot to teach today. We good to see you, Adebayo. Henry, good to see you. Um, yeah, Age Kun Samuel said, good day, boss. Waiting for another secret from you. Yeah, FX Daddy is here to share secrets. Yeah, thank you. Goodness, good morning and welcome. Um, Please comment your name and where you're joining us from. If you're just joining us, comment your name and where you are joining us from. Your name and where you are joining us from. Your name and where you're joining us from. We have a lot to do today. I found out that a lot of traders or a lot of aspiring traders usually don't have time to trade during the day. So that's why I'm actually going to be teaching this morning on how to trade the Asian session so that even if you cannot trade in the, during the daytime from morning from 8 a.m. GMT plus one, up until 5 p.m. GMT plus one, probably you're doing a full day, full 9 to 5, and you can't trade. Hopefully, what I'll be teaching you guys this morning would help you out. And even if you're a day trader, you trade during the daytime, you can also add this because I've seen some traders complain that they find it easy to make money during the daytime during the London and New York session, but once it enters Asian session, they just start losing money and they can't tell what is happening to them. So hopefully in today's session, I'll be able to help you to navigate all of that. Okay, so good to see everyone. Please, you guys should just do me a favor, share the link with everyone that you know that should be here, that is yet to be here. Every single person that you know that should be here, that is yet to be here. We need to grow this community. We need to be conscious about growing the community. So if you know anybody that should be here that is not here, Please share this link with them, invite them so they can join our community. Okay. Um, so I just pasted the link. So that's the link right there. If you need to share the link with anybody, it's on the comment section. Please share. Now, I'll be starting off teaching in 2 minutes. So before we go into teaching, let me go ahead and just greet everyone. I'm seeing some familiar faces here. Okay, I know Alamin. Alamin has been joined us before. Makinde Ogunloye. I don't know. I think this is your first time. Anyway, welcome. Henry is always here. Adebayo. I've seen this name before. Goodness Oko. I think I've seen you before too. Sean Tega. Sean Tega. I think this is your first time. I've not seen you before. Chiboy Moluk. I think you've been here. Kwabena from Ghana. My very good friend from Ghana. Good to see you. Makinde Ogunloye from Ado Ekiti, Nigeria. Gloria. Good to see you. Good morning. I think you've been here. Okay, Sean Olarion Waju. Yeah, I know you very well. You've been notorious on our live sessions. Fumilola from Ogun State. Good to see you. Tiboga Mobella from South Africa. Frederick. Frederick from Warri, good to see you. Good to see everyone. Emmanuel from Abuja, Dope Memes from Uganda. Dope Memes, I think I know you very much. You are a frequent face on this channel. Of course, my friend always from Barcelona Revival channel. Good to see Sean from Kaduna, Lekon from Ogun State, Dan Foster, very notorious on this channel. I know you. Harrison, good morning. Get enlightened. I think this is the first time I'm seeing this name. Ibe AGK, one of my students. You're welcome. Good morning. Okay, Shantega, this is your second time. Okay, good. Fantastic. So good to see everyone. I'm glad you guys are here. Like I said, there's a lot to discuss today, and I don't want us to take much time. I want us to end at exactly 12 o'clock. Now, before I start off, I would like to mention this to reiterate the what we hope to achieve at TradeWave, because most times people ask me questions like, why are you always like teaching things for free, mostly on this YouTube channel? I mean, you keep asking questions like that. Why is it that you're giving this kind of value for free? And or somebody has even suggested that I should cut out all the live sessions, all these mentorship, Monday mentorship sessions. I should cut it out and make it like sell it like a separate course. Those are very good ideas, and of course, I'll make a lot of money if I do that. But the whole idea of what we do currently at TradeWave is actually targeted to your financial freedom. Is actually targeted, is a sincere mission to help as many people as possible actually attain financial freedom, trading, learning and trading the financial market. So one of the ways we can achieve that is to, as much as possible, give out a lot of content for free to many people that might not be able to afford our training program. Because aside the free mentorship program, you guys know that we have a private mentorship training program. So aside the free stuff that I teach here, we have another private mentorship program. So, but the idea of teaching out as many amazing content as possible for free is so that even if you don't have money to join our mentorship program, you can always rely on what I teach you guys for free and make money from it. Okay, so I try not to hold anything back that I know that will be helpful for you to actually make money from trading the forex market. So that's why we do what we do right here. Okay, so I'm very hopeful that what I'll be teaching you today, this morning, would help you a whole lot. I'm very confident. I wrote some things out here already, and it might take a little while to establish each and every one of them, but trust me on this one. You leave today's session and you from in fact from this night you start smashing the Asian session like back to back. Trust me on this one. There was a time of my life where I was doing more of trading Asian session because during the daytime I was kind of very very engaged at because of the work I was doing down during at that time, because I'd already finished school, so I'd already engaged. So during that time of my life I was only trading Asian session, and I met some good. I was losing at first until I learned some of the things I'm going to be teaching right now, and I found out some characteristics that was very very recurrent in Asian sessions, and it made it much more easier for me to start making money from it. So trust me, you learn a lot this morning. So that said, before I go on, please, I'd like everyone smash the like button right now. Smash the like button, like this video ASAP. Let's go. Somebody is asking the question, what advantage does trading session have over Asian session? Because I noticed most traders don't trade Asian session. Now, this is a very good question. Let me just start it. I'll answer this question shortly. Okay. So that said, let's go ahead. Let's start with what we have for today. Now, today, like I said, we're talking about Asian session. And for those of you that don't even know what is Asian session, Asian session is the first two session of the market when the forex market actually opens. We have the Sydney session open at 10 p.m. GMT plus one, and then close at I think 7 a.m. 8 a.m. thereabout GMT plus one. Then we have the Tokyo session open, I think 4 hours after the opening of the Sydney session. So both sessions is what we call, both sessions together is what we call Asian session. So it's the session that trades between 10 p.m. 10 p.m. midnight GMT plus one up until morning before the open of the London session. Okay, so those two sessions is what it's what is called, the Asian session. And one of the reasons why a lot of traders don't trade during that time is because, from what you've already heard, there is more volatility in the market during the London session, and they rarely trade, during the Asian session. But it's a very, very amazing opportunity for people to actually make money if you actually know what you're doing. So let me just quickly I want to show you guys a picture that displays the timing, the trading session, the various trading sessions we have in Forex. And okay, it's coming up in a few seconds, sorry. Can everyone see my screen? Can you guys see my screen? Can everyone see my screen? Let me okay. I think you guys are seeing my screen. Let me put mine here so I can be seeing what you are seeing. Okay, good. I think you guys can see my screen. Okay, so I'm trying to get a picture. So for those of you that don't know for those of you that have zero knowledge about market trading sessions, at least you know what it entails. So how do I remove this one now? Is this clean enough? Can you guys see it very well? How do I open the PDF of just a minute, guys? I want it to be big on the screen. Okay, so these are typical market trading sessions for those of you that don't know what I'm talking about. So this Tokyo session, the Tokyo session here and the Sydney session are what we call the Asian session. The Sydney session is the first to open at 22 GMT plus one, as you can see, 22 GMT plus one, which is about 10 p.m. as I've already mentioned, and then closes at 6 a.m. GMT plus one. Then Tokyo session opens by 24:00, which is 12 midnight, 2 hours after the Sydney session opens, and then closes at the open of London session, which is 8 o'clock GMT. Okay, so this is what it typically looks like. Okay, now I already mentioned that there are some characteristics that makes the Asian session actually stand out, and these are some characteristics that makes that if you have at your fingertips, it becomes much more easy to actually make money using, trading the Asian session. Now let's start with number one. Let's start with number one. Let me write it down for you in case you need to write something down. Okay, so let's first of all look at characteristics of Asian session. What makes Asian session what it is? Okay, and why you should pay attention to it. So there are 5 characteristics that are peculiar Asian trading session. So there are 5 characteristics that I'll mention to you guys that is peculiar to Asian trading sessions. Okay, and these are characteristics that if you have been trading for a while, if you're an OG in trading and you've been trading for a while, you must have noticed some of these things. Okay, you must have noticed them. Now, number one characteristic of what you notice during Asian markets is low volatility. Low volatility. Now, the reason why there is low volatility during the Asian session is very, very simple. It's very simple. During the London and UK session is when most of the big banks, most of the hedge funds, most of the corporations, institutions that are actually investing big money into the forex market, that is when they are actually, most of the time, that's where they are trading. Because London and UK are more of the world powers than Asia regions. Okay, so the bulk of the money traded in the forex market is usually traded during the London and the US session. So during that time, during the London session, it is very, very, very easy to see market volatility. Market keeps spiking up, down, up, down, up, down. But once you get to the Asian session, you find out that it's a bit more, the market is as if it's actually dying down. You understand? There is low, it's not as volatile as the London and the UK session, and I've already given you the reason for that. Now, secondly, the second characteristic that makes the Asian session very, very unique is the currency pairs. The currency pairs that are most volatile on during this region, during this time of trading. Currency pairs, they are unique currency pairs. Let me share my screen. Are you guys okay? Let me share my screen. I don't think you're seeing my screen. Good. So currency pairs or currency, I think I don't, let me know. Okay, currency pairs though. So currency pairs, there are some currency pairs that are a bit more volatile than the others. Generally, I've already mentioned that the market has low volatility during this session because bulk of the money is being traded on London session and US session. But during this same Asian session, there are some currency pairs that, despite the low volatility, they seem to have more activity than other currency pairs. Now, currencies that trade, peculiar currencies that are volatile during this period is, for instance, the New Zealand dollar. New Zealand, because it's one of the major currencies, used in Asia and New Zealand, you find out that during those times, between that 10 p.m. GMT and 8 a.m. GMT, these are the periods that is like their daytime. Okay, when you're probably sleeping, if you're somewhere around the somewhere around GMT plus 1 time zone, you're probably sleeping during this period. 10 p.m. to 8 a.m. is when you're actually sleeping. But for them on that side, on that other side of the world, that is actually their daytime. Okay, so this thing, the news events that are coming out, they are coming out in the midnight when you are sleeping, because as at then it is actually their daytime. For instance, when we trade NFP here in Nigeria and around Nigeria GMT plus 1 time zone, when we are trading NFP, we trade it by 1:30. But that 1:30 that we are actually trading NFP is actually like 7:30, 8 a.m. in America. That's when the news is coming out. It's their morning time. You understand? So during this period in New Zealand, during this period in Asia, this is usually their morning time. So all their news events, all their fundamental economic news, all the statistics, economic determinants, and all of that are coming out during that time. So, for instance, a news event like let's use NFP for instance, or the core CPI news, is an indicator of whether the American currency is actually doing well, whether their economy is doing well generally. Okay. Now, for there in Asia, a currency like the New Zealand dollar, once a news event affects the New Zealand dollar, it affects every other currency pair that is attached to the New Zealand dollar. Okay, that's why pairs like NZD card, pairs like AUD NZD, pairs like AUD CHF, sometimes USD JPY, NZD JPY. Most of those kind of pairs are the pairs that are a bit more volatile than other pairs during the Asian session. Okay, so any currency that has these ones I will list right now: NZD, AUD, JPY. These three currencies, any other currency attached to them, either as a base currency or as a quote currency, is likely to be affected or likely to be a bit more volatile than other currency pairs during the Asian session. So that's something that is unique about this Asian trading session. You need to take note of this, because why this is very, very important is because, like I mentioned, I don't know whether I taught is here. I don't know where I taught it exactly. I don't know where I taught it again, but I think I've mentioned somewhere on this channel, maybe to my students, that you can't be an Asian session trader and your best currency pair is maybe, let's say, Euro USD. It doesn't make any sense, because Euro, it's the major trading time for only the Euro. Their news events, all of that is always coinciding between 8 a.m. GMT and 5 p.m. GMT. Okay, so you can't be having a favorite currency pair Euro USD when you are trading only in the midnight, because there's usually low volatility during those kind of for those kind of pairs. Okay, and for instance, if you're a day trader, your favorite pair cannot be AUD NZD. It doesn't really make any sense. Okay, because those pairs during the daytime, if especially AUD NZD, is usually ranging most of the time during the daytime. Of course, it trends, yeah, but then most of the time is actually more ranging than actually trending. Okay, so I hope that actually makes sense. Okay, now let's move over to the third characteristics of Asian trading session. Are you guys following? Let me see. Let me look at the charts for 1 minute. If you're following, if you're learning anything from what I'm saying, let me know that you guys are learning something. Somebody said it's somehow blurred. It shouldn't be blurred. If it's blurred, probably your setting is, somehow wrong. You need to put the setting on 720p. So just click the gear icon you're seeing on top of the screen and set your quality of a video to 720p. Okay. So let me know you guys are following. Let me know you guys are following so we can move. Okay, I'm learning. Okay, I can see what you guys are typing. Amazing. Good. So let's move over to the third characteristics of Asian session. Okay. Number 3 is consolidation. Now, please, everybody, pay attention now at this point, because if you miss, this is like the crux of what I want to teach right now. So please, I want everyone to give me your undivided attention. Please, anything you're doing now, just keep it aside and listen now, because if you miss this part of this, what I want to say now, you've almost missed everything. Okay, please don't miss out. I really want you guys to get this. Okay, now let me show you guys something. Most of the time, if you're somebody who trades top-down analysis, which is what I teach and which is what we believe firmly as a community here in TradeWave. If you're somebody who trades a top-down analysis, you'll probably do your analysis from, let's say, a weekly time frame, a daily time frame, then down to, let's say, 1 hour time frame. if you look at the overall trend, which I'll go to the chart shortly now, and you can let's judge that so that I can judge that for yourself. If you look at the overall trend, you find out that if you check every single part of the chart, you find out that the during the Asian session is when the market consolidates the most. It is said that generally in forex that the general forex market, not any particular pair, the general forex market trends 40% of the time and it ranges 60% of the time. Okay, that's what experts say. They say that the market only trends 40% of the time and is ranging 60% of the time, according to experts. But you will find out that 60% of the time that the market is actually ranging, almost another 60% of it is actually ranging during the Asian session. This is when consolidation actually happens the most. Like I already mentioned, you need to get this. Most of the money, like I already told you, is being traded. The bulk of the money is being traded during the London and UK session. So during this session, once the market closes, some of the institutions actually takes out some money from the market, closing out, preparing for the following day, and all of that, like that. So during the Asian session, there is no much activity going on. You understand? So what the market does during this session is that it consolidates on what has already happened in the previous sessions. Now let's go to the chart right now. Let me show you some, typical examples. I'll put my chart on I think 1 hour, and let's look at I'll just scroll back, one after the other, and let's just check the Asian sessions. Let's see what they are doing. Now remember that Asian session, like I mentioned, starts from 22 GMT and ends at 8 a.m. GMT. Okay, so let's start from here. Okay, now look at this is 22 GMT. Look at the time. You guys should keep your eyes here. And so that you'll be seeing the time. So I'll go through the chart and mark every 22 GMT to 8 GMT. Okay, and let's see what it looks like. Okay, so let's go ahead. Let me mark from this one. So this from here is 22 GMT up until 8 a.m. GMT. Now look at this. What are you seeing here? What are you seeing the market doing in between the zone? Is ranging. Now let's go again. Let's mark out this one. Let's start from 22 GMT. 22 GMT starts from here. 22 up until 8, which is here. So look at this. What is the market doing here? Is ranging. Let's go again. Let's mark 22. This is where 22 GMT starts. For this 22 GMT starts here and ends here. What is the market doing here? Is ranging. Let's go again. 22 GMT starts here, and in this case it's trended a little bit. The market trended a little bit during this particular session. It trended a little bit. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. This, I have to include this. The market trended a little bit in this one. So let's go ahead. Let's try this one. I'll just do maybe like 10 of them. Then at least with the 10 of them, we will now at least 10 is a good sample size for us to check what the market is doing during this particular time. 8 o'clock. Good. So what are we seeing here? We're seeing a range with a little trend. Now let's go again. How many have I done so far? Let me check, guys. Let me check how many I've done. We need to, so that we save time. 1 2 3 4 5. Okay, we need to do 5 more. So let's check 5 more. 22. Please pay attention. Please don't allow me to lose your attention. Okay, because I want you guys to really get this. Okay, I need to do this practical so that at least I'm sure that we are, in sync. Good. Okay, good. Let's do this one. Okay, good. Let's do this. Okay, we have like three more to go, and that will be all. I have like three more to go. Three more to go. 22. Okay, I think this should be the last one. Good. All right, good. So now let's look at what we have done so far. Let's look at what we have done so far. Now, you can clearly see, let me zoom this. You can clearly see that we've marked 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 Asian sessions. Now let's use this 10 of them to actually see what the market is doing most of the time when the Asian session is actually on. Okay, so this is it. The first one, you can please count this with me. We have this first one right here. The market is clearly ranging. That's number one. Okay, the second one here, we have the market is ranging. Number two, the market is ranging here. It came, bounced off, came back again, is ranging. Number three, the market trended here, came down, then gave us a higher high here. So we have 3:1, 3 range, 1 trend. This one right here is clearly ranging. That's 4 range, 1 trend. This one also is also a range because the market went up, touched, then came back again to that same range. And at the ending of the this Asian session, if you extend this to this point, you can see that the market still came back to that point. Okay, but let's just assume this one is trend. So we have 4 range, 2 trend. Okay, this one right here is actually ranging. As you can see, the market range towards the end, it tended to actually start breaking down to give us a downtrend. So that's 5-2, right? This one right here, of course, this is a clear range. 7-2, 7 trend, sorry, 6 trend, 6 range, sorry, 2 trend, right? Then this one too, also a range, give us a downtrend, then pulled back to that same range. Okay, this is 8, 7-2 now, right? 7 trend, 7 range, 2 trend. Now this one trended. It started from low here, gave us a higher high at the end of the trading session. So we can clearly see that from this little one we've already done, the market trended only 3 times and range 7 times out of the 10 that we just tested. Very simple. What I'm trying to establish is the fact that during the Asian session, the market tends to consolidate, or what you call range. Okay, during the Asian session, it's something that is very, 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 characteristics of Asian session. Okay, is that clear? Can you guys get that? I know I took some time to establish this, but I don't want you guys to forget it again. So let me know that you guys got it. You guys caught this one so that we can move on. I still have like 7 more things to touch you. 7. You guys following? Are you guys following? Okay, I can see someone typing noted, 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 noted. Okay, I think this one has entered. So let's move. All right, got it. Noted, noted, noted. Good. So now let's move on to the third characteristic of the Asian session. This is another thing that you see happen very much during the Asian session, okay, which is this amazing, this thing that every forex trader likes. This one, every forex trader likes it. Every forex trader loves this one. They can't wait for it. It's called. How many of you can guess it? How many of you can guess? Guess the fourth characteristics of Asian session. Let me see whether somebody is smart enough to guess it. Someone should guess the fourth characteristics. This one, forex traders love it. They love it. They love this one. How many can guess? How many of you can guess? How many of you can guess what it is? You people like it. You someone has already mentioned it. Breakouts. This Asian session is very notorious for having breakouts. Okay, very very notorious. It's easy to spot breakouts happen during Asian session, and it's something that forex traders love. We anticipate it. We can't wait for it to happen because that's when most people make bulk of their money. You understand? So let me write it out. Breakout. Breakouts are very 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 notorious, during the Asian training session, and the reason is very simple, and it usually happens. Now pay attention to this. Now breakouts usually happen during the Asian trading session towards the ending of the session. Towards the ending of the session is when it usually happens. Very early in the mornings, that's if you're around GMT plus one time zone, early in the morning between 4, 5, 6, 7 a.m. in the morning, you just wake up, open the chart, you see that the market just gave one terrible move like that. Most of those kind of situations happen after the market has ranged, or the market has ranged for a while. And you guys know this. I think I've taught you guys on this channel. If the longer the market ranges, I think I've taught it on this channel. If you've not watched that video, I mean, you just need to go and watch it. The name of the video is how to I can't remember again. I really can't remember how to know when the market is about to break out. I've taught plenty things on this channel. I don't even know which one I've taught, and I taught but I think the name of the video is how to know when the market's about to break out. It's on the live session. It's still here on this channel. Okay, please go and watch these videos. Cause me one day I might just change my mind and take down all these videos and compile it into probably a course and sell it. I mean, you will not beat me. I mean, it's my course. So when the market ranges for long, the longer a market ranges, the more probability of actually a breakout happening. You understand? And because, like I already mentioned, that consolidations and rangings happens a lot during the Asian session, the probabilities of a breakout happening towards the end of the Asian session exists. You understand? And also, why that also happens, you need to also know this, is because towards the end, when the London session is now about to open, a lot of Asian traders that enter the trade during the beginning of the session are pulling out their funds. They are closing the market for the day, because as at when we are waking up, that is when they are probably ending work. You understand? That's like 5 p.m. their own time there, and this is like 6 a.m. our own time. So they are closing work, trying to get home. They are closing their trade for the day. Their market is closing. They are pulling out funds. They want to secure their funds, prepare for the following day. So as they are clicking funds, buy, sell, buy, stop, and all of that, they are taking money out of the market. So a lot of volatility happens, in between trading session. That's what you guys should already know that. So when the market is now about to open, the London session about to open, that's when the breakout now finally happens, because a lot of funds are coming out from the market and a lot of funds are going into the market. So when most of the funds are going in one particular direction, boom, the market breaks out. The market breaks out. You understand? So it's something that is very, very notorious, about the Asian trading session, and you should actually take note of that. Now, finally, now this is the final feature that I have personally noticed, on during Asian session, that is worthy of notes. Okay. Reversals happen a lot also during Asian session, and it's something that you should actually take note of. You understand? It's something you should actually take note of. Now, and the reason why that happens, of course, is not far-fetched. With everything I've explained, you should already understand why reversals happen during Asian sessions. Okay, when London traders are done, their market is closed. US session is done, their market is closed. Asian session tends to, most of the time, not every time though, but most of the time, you see that it's doing totally opposite of what happened during US session. How many of you have noticed something like that? Noticed it more times? Okay, if you've noticed it, let me know on the chat that you've noticed it. Most of the time, when let's say the market went on a very, very long buy during the daytime, you notice that 60% or nearly 70% of the time, the market is doing totally opposite of what happened during the London and US session. It's doing almost the opposite during the Asian session. How many of you have noticed something like that? If you've noticed it, let me know. Let me know. Let me know. Let me know if you guys have noticed it. Sorry, guys. Let me take a water break. Okay. If you've noticed it, let me know. Let me know. Let me know. Let me know. Okay, good. I've seen some people saying, okay, I've noticed it. You can see some hands waving. Okay, somebody said I've noticed it and I do trade it sometimes. Okay, good, fantastic. Good to know some of you have actually noticed. Okay. Now the next thing we're going to jump into is to how do we now trade the Asian session. Now I've shown you the characteristics, and the reason I took time to actually explain these characteristics, so that if I'm explaining why we are going to be trading, why I used to trade the way I trade, during the Asian session, it will be very easy for you guys to understand. Okay, so that's why I'm actually doing this. I took up my time to actually explain all of this so that you will not be lost. So that you will not be lost when I start, teaching you guys how to trade it. Okay, so let's go ahead. So there are three ways. There are three ways. How do I? Let me clean this. I don't want to start from beginning, so let me just clean this. I don't want to start from beginning, so that's why I want to just clean this so I can write here. Okay, because I know some of you, I know a lot of people that are always, writing these things I'm teaching down, copying them down, so that I can study them again and probably backtest them for yourself later. So, okay, good. We're done cleaning. Let's go. Good. So let's talk about how to trade the Asian session. So there are three basic ways that I do it, and I'm very hopeful that these three ways would actually help you. How to trade during Asian session. So these are three tips that will actually help you. Number one is something that a lot of traders don't use a lot. Personally, due to this my current style of trading, because I'm a day trader now, I rarely trade during the night session unless on very specific occasions. Then lately I've been trading at night because if sometimes when my son wakes up to cry at night, you can't sleep back again. So you just have to look at the chart and see what is happening. So this is something that a lot of traders don't use a lot, but lately I've been using it and it has been really be helpful in my trading, which is pending orders. Pending orders. Now, with the knowledge of what I've already explained to you, I've showed you that during this period of time, there is a lot of consolidation happening and there's a lot of breakouts happening in the market. Now, how I do this is I go to the charts. For instance, let's look at a situation like this. I go to the chart. This is Asian. Let me mark the Asian session for you for this one. Starts from here. Is 800. Good. Now, if you do a top-down analysis on this, which I've already been, I think this is one of the one of the trades I analyzed for you guys yesterday. For those of you that watch the weekly session, I already know that my general outlook on this particular trend is actually down. This market, this trend is already weak, as you guys can. It's already making lower lows and lower highs, so it's likely going to start crashing anytime soon. So my general outlook on this is actually a downtrend, and as you can clearly see, if you look at this on the 1 hour time frame, the breakout happened on the last candlestick that closed during the Asian session. This is 8 a.m. This is 8 GMT. Okay, this is 8 GMT, and the last candle that closed is the one that now, gave us the breakout. When you put a pending order, let's say you put in this case, it would definitely be a sell stop. When you put a sell stop here, you're trying to tell the market that when a breakout happens, put me in the trade. If you put a sell stop on this trend and the market, let me do a replay here. And the market goes up, goes forward like this. Your sell stop is at 181.98. Okay. Once this market comes to this point, it's already broken below this low. This is the low I'm looking at. Let me delete this. I think this might be deceptive. So look at the low. This is the previous low here. And with your knowledge of, liquidity graphs, you already know what is below all these places. Okay, this is liquidity. This place right here, this is liquidity zone. A lot of liquidity here because there's a lot of orders here, both buying orders. There's a lot of selling orders below here. So I know this is a high liquidity zone. So if this market tends to break below this zone, I know that it's likely going to keep falling because of all the liquidity that is below this zone. If you don't know what is liquidity, I mean, you need to go and rescue yourself. I can't go into that right now. Okay, so if you put something like a sell stop here, the market comes into this place, picks your sell order, you're already on a sell, and you would have made a lot of money when this market broke to this downside. You understand? So using pending orders is something that can help you a lot during Asian sessions to catch breakouts. You understand? Does it make sense? If it makes sense, type on the chat. Let me know that you guys are getting this value. Okay. Then second thing I actually apply that helps a lot also in trading the Asian session is, and please, I need to mention before I go ahead, I need to mention that please remember that I first of all checked the overall trend. You don't just pick any point of the chart to put your pending order. Okay, I already told you that my overall outlook on this is a down, is a fall. That's my overall outlook on this. I think the market is actually going to fall. That's my overall outlook. So that's why I put the sell stop for a sell. Okay, so don't just put anything blindly just because it's ranging, right? So check out for the overall outlook, and you can put a pending order in case the market breaks out like it always does, during the midnight session. Okay. Then number two worthy of note, number two thing that actually helps me a lot, or I do quite a lot during the Asian session, is I try to catch reversal trading. Now this, most of the time, let me tell you how I apply this. I only do this when the market went in for a long trend without retracement during the daytime, during the London or the US session. For instance, what I mean by that is situations like this. Now look at this for example. Now this is where this market started from. We saw this trend move. Please, you guys should pay. I hope everyone is looking at the chart. Please pay attention, guys, man. Please stay. I really want you guys to get this. Okay. Now look at where this trend started. It started all the way from here. This is 5 a.m. GMT. Started, pushed all the way past to US session. US session started from here. It kept pushing to this place, which is 20 GMT right now. Remember that Asian session starts by 22 GMT. Now look at This is 23. This is now 22 GMT right here. Now, this kind of trend, most of the time, I can almost beat my chest and say 70% of the time that you see the market move on this kind of trend without any significant retracement. This is what a healthy trend looks like. Pay attention to this. A healthy trend looks like this: up, retracement, down, retracement, like that. This is what a healthy trend should typically look like. So when you see a trend go all the way up with little or no retracement, that trend is very strong and very, very what I call unhealthy. Okay, I call it unhealthy because you don't know when it's going to drop. You don't know when it's going. It can drop at any time. Okay, so whenever I see this kind of thing happen in the market, I can almost beat my chest and say that at least this market will reverse at least 10, 15, or 20 pips during the Asian session. And that is exactly what happened here. The market dropped. This is the market gap, dropped, came down a bit before it continued moving up again. So in between this place and this place, would have caught at least some decent amount of pips if you are a scalper. You understand? So my reversal target trading when I'm trading Asian session usually just for scalping. Now let me go backwards again. Let me use another chart so that I know so that somebody will not say that, okay, this guy has actually studied this particular chart, so he already knows that this will happen. Let's look for any other chart. One thing with being a teacher is sometimes you just if you're a very good teacher, if you're a sincere teacher, you can somehow read the mind of your students. So I know somebody's thinking maybe he has crammed this particular chart. He already knows it's going to happen. So so let's go over to another chart. Somebody should just suggest another chart. Suggest another chart. Let's move to another chart. Let's just test one another chart. Let's just test. I'll just take the very first comment. So somebody should just suggest another chart. Let's test this in another chart. Let's see whether what I'm saying is true or not. Anyone? First suggestion, goes. First suggestion goes. Who? Okay, somebody's okay. Euro JPY. That's the first I'm saying. Euro JPY. So let's go to Euro JPY. Euro JPY actually is a very good one actually to even check out, because JPY, like I already mentioned, is an Asian pair, is an Asian currency. So we even likely see something a good reaction on it during the Asian session. So let's go ahead. Now, remember that first of all, what we are looking out for is for a market to give us an unhealthy trend during the regular trading session, okay? This is the first we are seeing here. Look at this. Started from this, moved over, came to the US session, retraced a bit, then kept moving to, this is 22. This is where 22 GMT stopped. Why is it hard to mark? Okay, good. So let me do a replay. Let's get to that point. This is 21. Good. Now, this is what we call this kind of trend, although it has already retraced a bit. But look at now, going forward, you see that the market, when the Asian session opened, which is from this point, from this candle right here, the Asian session has opened. This is 21 GMT. You will see that the market dropped. This is the reversal I'm telling you that usually happens during Asian session. So if you enter the reversal on this trade after seeing this unhealthy trend, you would have made a lot of money. Oh, you guys are not seeing my chart. Oh God. Sorry guys. Sorry guys. Some people already crying in the comment section. So look at what I'm showing you guys. See what I'm showing you guys. This is a replay. So this is 21. This is 21. Sorry, man. I can literally see some people shedding tears on this on the comment section. So this is the trend. We saw this trend happen. It started from here, pushed all the way down with little or no retracement all the way, retraced a little bit during the US session, then this is where it stopped. Okay, let me go forward a bit to where the Asian session actually started. The Asian session started here after this candle. This is 21. Okay, started here. Now look at the drop. Look at the drop. Immediately, it started dropping immediately. The Asian session opened. Look at the drop. It didn't even do one peep up. Started dropping ASAP all the way down. Now let's look for another unhealthy trend. Okay, let's look for another unhealthy day trend and look at this one now for another example. All the way up, down, no retracement at all. No retracement. When I mean unhealthy trend, please, I mean a trend that had little or no retracement during both the US session and the UK session. That's from 8 a.m. GMT to 10 p.m. GMT. Okay, 8 a.m. GMT to 10 p.m. GMT. Everything the market during that period is either to trend up or down with little or no retracement. That's what I mean by unhealthy trend. Okay, most of the time when that kind of trend happens during the Asian session, it tends to start reverse enough to give you at least 10, 15, 20 pips. Look at this one. This is exactly 22 GMT right here. This is exactly 22 GMT right here. This is exactly at this point. This is where the Asian session opens. Somebody said can't see again. What are people not seeing again? So I can see here, so you guys should be able to see it. So this is exactly where the Asian session opened, and what happens immediately? It drops. From here to here, we would have captured at least 20 pips before the market started moving again at the open of US session. You understand? You would have at least caught this little. How many? Let me check how many pips we have from here to here. From here to here, you would have caught this. This up to 50 pips, 56 pips. You would have caught 56 pips on this. Although I don't target up to that. What I'm looking at for 20 pips, I'm done. I'm out for that day scalping. Okay. So let's scroll back again. Somebody should give me another chart. Before somebody else will say that probably I've also mastered this one. Let me just take one last example. Then we'll move on to the last tip I'll give you, and that will be your right. Somebody should give me another suggest another currency pair. We already pressed past time. Somebody should just suggest another currency pair. Anyone. Someone should type on the chat ASAP. Gold. XAUUSD. I personally don't trade gold that much. I don't trade gold that much, so I've not traded it on gold, so I can't vouch for gold. Somebody saying AUDJPY. I don't want another currency that has JPY. Let's do GBP USD. I can see GBP USD. Somebody saying GBP USD. Let's do GBP USD. I don't want to just another JPY before somebody says he's only working on JPY pairs. Why is he working on JPY pairs? Because I know you people. I can read your mind. So let's go ahead. Let's scroll back. Look at another unhealthy trend. Good. So this is another unhealthy trend. From this point to this point, all it did was trend. All the way down here. All it did was trend. Okay. So let's check. Let me check from 22 GMT. 22 GMT starts from here. Exactly. 22 GMT. This is where the market opens. UK session opens. And immediately it opens. What do you see happen? Reversal. From here to here, you would have caught this number of pips. And another thing you need to mention, another thing I also need to mention is you need to be very tight on stop loss. So on this, you need to really be tight on stop loss. Okay. So this is where you would have caught this reversal that happened here. I don't know whether the market kept going up or down. So between here and here, you would have caught this number of pips. So let's go again. Let's scroll back again. Let's look out for another unhealthy trend. Let's look out for another unhealthy trend. Let's see whether what I'm saying actually works. This one, okay, this is another one. This is another one right here. This is another one. We have the market just opened here and just started falling all the way down. All the way down. Okay, already reversed. If I this reversal already happened during the US session, so this is not a good example. We're really looking forward to opportunities during the US session. During the now look at this one. Look at this one right here. The market just opened and just started trending. No reversal. It didn't reverse here. No retracement. No retracement all the way. Just kept going up until when the Asian session started. This is where Asian session started. Here, Asian session started here, and what do you see? Dropped before it started going up again during the US session. So, I mean, guys, with these few points of mine, I hope I've been able to convince you and not confuse you that I actually know what I'm saying. I hope that's helpful to you guys. So let me mention the last thing, so that we'll go. I mean, I'm already, my mouth is beginning to pain me a little bit. So let me complete this so that we can go for today. How many of you are getting value? How many of you are appreciative of this value I'm always bringing to you guys here? So this is something else I always do during Asian session that helps a lot, which is no TP. Most times when I'm on profit, most times when I'm on profit during the London or the UK London session or the US session. Most times when the market is about to close and the Asian session is about to open, I remove the TP, because like I already told you, there is high possibilities of breakout or reversals. You understand? Sometimes I move my trade to break even, so that even if the trade reverses, I don't lose anything on it. But sometimes when you remove your take profit, I didn't say stop loss, so I said remove take profit, not stop loss. Any trade without a stop loss is a gamble. Don't gamble your money. Okay. But once I see that there is a potential for the market to break out during Asian session, I remove the TP, because I want to catch every single pip that the market can give me. You understand? So this is another helpful tip that I think that can help you guys. Now, for those of you that don't know, we have a full training academy, a full academy here here in Abuja. Although our trainings are majorly online, but next week, sorry, towards the end of the week, we are kicking off fully. Physical classes. Most of our classes are usually online. Our community is online. We've been able to train literally hundreds of students online, but we want to start doing more physical, and also of course we'll continue online training, because not everybody can be here in Abuja. Okay, so we'll start off doing physical classes a whole lot more, right? So I just want to encourage every one of you, if you actually want to learn your trading, if you want to take your trading game much more seriously, want to take it to the next level, consider joining our community. We do private trading sessions aside from the ones we do on Thursdays. Once in a while we do Google meetings, to trade with just members of the community and just our own students. Okay, so it is something that obviously actually improve your trading journey, your trading experience. So I really for those of you that can afford it, consider joining the training program, consider joining our mentorship program. It will actually help you a whole lot. Now on Thursday, I'll actually be coming on live here again to trade with every one of us. I would be taking the live trading myself on Thursday. Is something, are you guys excited about that? I'll be taking the live training session myself on Thursday. I'll be coming here to trade with you guys live, and there's a lot of money to be made, man. If you're yet to register an account, I don't know what you are waiting for. You need to register an account as soon as you can, and let's start making money together. We use equity, and we do recommend equity. Let me just paste the link for those of you that want to register an account ASAP. So you used to register an account, fund your accounts on Thursday. Let us make money on Thursday. Come, let us make money. Let us make money. So that's the link right there. I've posted the link for those of you that are yet to register an account. Register an account. Let us make money together. Okay, free signal. I'll be sharing free setup with you guys. So if you've gotten value so far, type something on the chat. Let me know you guys are getting value. If you've gotten any value so far, type something on the chat. Let me know you guys got some value. Value. Let's go. Type value on the chat. Type something on the chat. Let me know you guys are getting value before I go. I sincerely wish you guys an amazing trading week. I really wish you guys an amazing trading. I wish you guys can see my heart. I really want you guys to make money from forex. That's my joy. That's what gives that's my satisfaction. That you guys are making money. It's satisfactory to me, right? So please, by all means, keep practicing. Nobody makes any money without backtest. You need to backtest some of the things I've taught you here on this channel. Backtest it, man. If you can't backtest it, you can't trust it. So please backtest. Make sure that you're applying the things I'm teaching, not because it's coming from me, but because you've tested it and it actually works. Okay. And then, like I said, every single time we have live trading sessions like this or mentorship sessions, please invite your friends, invite every trader you know out there, share the link with them. We are building a community once in a while. What I hope to achieve going forward, this like it's not really a long-term plan, because I know it won't take a long time for this to happen also, right? Very soon we'll start hosting like events where just aside Trader Fest event, which is our yearly event, we start trading events where we just get to do like get together. You just know yourself, like from the comment section, okay, I used to see all these comments. So you're this person, so you're Frederick, so you're Gloria, so you're Harrison. We just meet together, talk, just a meet and greet kind of, and we just know ourselves, trade together as a community. So we need to build this community together, and I need every one of you here to actually help me to build this community. So I need, like I said, I need every one of you. I need you, Frederick. I need you, Harrison. I need you, Gloria. I need you, Amen. I need you, Possibility. I need you, Tebogo. I need you, AGK. I need you, Femilola. I need you, Matthew. I need you, Dan. I need you, who else? I need you, Bassi, Timothy. Who else? Markinde, Terry. Who else? Zagi, Rocky, Fumilola, Emmanuel, Benny. I need every one of you, man. I need every one of you to build this community, okay? So let's put our hands together and make this work, right? So I love you guys. Have a wonderful time trading the market this week. Have a wonderful week. So goodbye, everyone, and cheers. Peace out.